It was the day after Luan's 18th birthday, meaning that she was an adult, along with Luna, who is 19, Lenny, who is 20, and Lori, who is 21 years old. Knowing that she was at age to vote and get lottery tickets, she was so excited to be an adult. Her teen years had ups and downs, but being 18 was the start of her adulthood. Luan got up and saw Mr. Coconuts beside her. "Hey, Toots, how do you feel waking up at the age of 18? Mr. Coconuts asked. "It feels great, Mr. Coconuts. It means that I will soon have more freedom as I get older," Luan replied as she got dressed and was ready for the day. She soon grabbed Mr. Coconuts and headed downstairs to the living room. When she got down there, she saw her Lynn Sr. installing a desktop computer in the living room. "Morning, Luan, and you too, Mr. Coconuts," Lynn Sr. said, finished setting up the desktop computer. "What's the computer for, Dad?" "We have phones, tablets, and laptops," Luan asked. "Just mainly in case if anyone visiting here would want to use the computer, and so we can all use it here as well," Lynn Sr. answered. "Now, I know we all have devices, like you said, Luan, but I thought I would install a desktop computer here. Plus, they're nostalgic." "You do have a point there, Dad. Get it?" "Ha ha ha," Luan cackled at her pun. "But I do have rules, like not looking at any NSFW videos, images, or sites on this one," Lynn Sr. stated firmly. "Well, isn't the internet for porn anyway?" Mr. Coconuts asked. "Very funny, Mr. Coconuts," Lynn Sr. chuckled. "The internet is not for that. Unlike how the song goes from Avenue Q Broadway we took Luan to see on her birthday yesterday. I was so embarrassed when that song came on. You sang it along with Lori, Lenny, and Luna were singing it, and with it now my 18-year-old comedian daughter. It was sure funny," Luan sighed, as she headed for the dining room for breakfast. While Luan was eating breakfast in the dining room, Mr. Coconuts looked at Luan. "Come on, Toots, give me some porn," Mr. Coconuts said. "Why, Mr. Coconuts? You heard Dad. We would get in big trouble," Luan replied, eating her breakfast. "No, we won't. Everyone does it when they reach the age of 18, Mr. Coconuts stated. "I'm not sure about this, Mr. Coconuts," Luan stated, unsure if her dummy's idea was a good one or not. "Oh, come on, Luan. Let's see if your three older sisters can get us some porn," Mr. Coconuts replied. This got Lenny, along with Lori and Luna, who were in the living room, an idea. The three older sisters were watching a movie when they came up with the idea. With the desktop computer that Lynn Sr. installed, this gave them a very sneaky idea. "I just came up with an idea," Lori said. "When Mom, Dad, and the others aren't looking, we'll show Luan some very steamy videos and images." "No way, Lori! We would get in big trouble for that on the desktop computer," Luna exclaimed. "Can't we use our personal laptops for it?" Lenny asked. "Well, my laptop's in the shop. Lenny's laptop lags and needs a new one. What about yours, Luna?" Lori asked. "My laptop's being borrowed by Lincoln, my bro. He needs it to finish his school project," Luna replied. "What about Luan's laptop?" Lenny questioned. "Dad is literally borrowing it for his work since his old computer got fried last week," Lori said. "Why can't Dad just get a new one?" Lenny replied. "He's literally trying to find one, Lenny," Lori said. "However, as long as the younger ones are out of sight, Mom and Dad are not around as well, we could show Luan those not safe for work stuff, since Dad and Mom are going to be both busy going out and about. And unless my dad decides to do some yard work." "Lori, isn't that stuff supposed to be looked at during the night?" Luna asked. "Yeah, but why not try it during the day?" Lori said. "But if we get caught, who should take the blame for it?" "Not you, Lori. It would not end well. And for me, I'd get my instruments taken away," Luna stated. "I could take the blame. Normally I would not do this, but for Luan, I will sure save you all the trouble," Lenny replied. Then Luan walked into the living room. "Hey, girls, Dad is out doing yard work while Mom's out doing errands. Most of the younger siblings are upstairs," Luan said. "What is it that you wanted to ask me?" "Yeah, like say whatever the word is," Mr. Coconuts added. "Well, it's something that Lori came up with, dude," Luna said. Well, I did as well, said Mr. Coconuts. At seeing that you turned 18 and we went to see Avenue Q yesterday, we couldn't do that then, so we wanted to show you something, now that you're 18 years old. Call it a late 18 birthday gift from us, free, Lori stated. Really? What is it? Luan asked. You see that desktop computer that Dad installed in the living room? Lenny replied, questioning Luan, who nodded. Well, we'll show you some not safe for work images of hot guys, and etc. Whoa, that sounds cool. What does not safe for work mean? Luan asked, as Lori explained to Luan about what Lenny meant by NSFW and about the stuff they were going to show Luan. But they would need to make sure that Mom and Dad weren't around, because if they were around them, they would be busted for sure. And if any of the younger siblings were around, there is a slight chance that they may tell their parents about it. Luna, see if anyone is around downstairs. And Lenny, make sure Mom is still out and Dad is still in the yard, Lori instructed, as Luna and Lenny both headed out to do what Lori instructed to do. Lori and Luan headed over to the desktop computer in the living room, and as Lori sat down on the computer chair, Luan looked around her and Lori's surroundings, making sure that they weren't being watched by closing the curtains in the living room. The Louds do tend to get paranoid at times with stuff they look up on, afraid that some enemies may be spying on them. Once Luan had closed the curtains in the living room, Luna returned and said that the coast was clear and that the siblings were all upstairs in their bedrooms. When Lenny showed up, she said that Mom was still out doing errands and that Dad was still doing yard work. And as Lori opened up Google Chrome, she typed in some NSFW image sites on the search bar, while turning on Iconito, just to be on the safe side. Ready to see some videos and images? Lori asked. Oh boy, yes I am, Luan said in excitement, only to hear Lincoln coming down the stairs. Lori quickly shut off the monitor of the desktop computer, only to see Lincoln opening the door to the front, then head off to hang out with his best friend Clyde. As soon as the coast was clear again, Lori turned the monitor back on and then searched up some pinups of Kim and Shigo pics. Whoa, lesbian stuff, Luna said. Hey, that's Shigo and Kim Possible being shipped. Nothing wrong with two females being shipped together, Luan said. Wait till I show you something even more lewd, Lori smirked, then clicked on an X-rated website that contained loads of full images of Shigo and Kim Possible, both going at it. Holy shit, that's amazing, Luan said, drooling at the sight of seeing Kim and Shigo X-rated images. Lori, what are those things on them? Chicks don't have, well, you know, do they? Lenny asked. It's pretty much that, Lenny, as Ted puts it, Lori said. Then she allowed Luna to have a turn on searching. What do you want to see now, dude? Luna asked. I want to see a full image of a man without clothes on. Since I am 18, I want to see a man with his meat stick, Luan replied. And as Luna searched up some images of men, Luan was drooling at the sight of one of them. Since she loved Benny very much, she's always wanted to know what he looked like without any clothes on. This dude's hot looking, Luna said. He sure does. I want to see that from Benny, since we're both 18 now, Luan smiled, while having dreamy eyes. I could see Benny doing that. Bobby and I have done that, but that's a different story, Lori said. After Luna showed Luan some videos and images of men, she even showed Luan a man and a woman both going at it, to which Luan was liking it. Whoa, this is hot, Luan said. As soon Lenny took a turn on the computer and started to click through some X-rated stuff. When Lenny clicked on a furry NSFW video, she clicked off of it as soon as it started. Whoa, Lenny! Hey, why did you click off of that? Luan asked. There were two furries going at it, and I was cringing at it. That's why I clicked away, Lenny answered. Although Lori and Luna weren't fazed by the NSFW video of furries, and neither was Luan, they still respected Lenny's choice. I want to see some more chicks, butt-naked ones, Luna said. I'm not sure about this. I think we've seen enough of it, Lenny stated nervously. What if we get in trouble? Dude, you say that and you'll take the blame to save our asses, Luna replied. Come on, Lenny, I want to see it, Luna said a bit loudly. Come on, Lenny, just do it for us, Lori stated, as Lenny, who was hesitant at first, typed in the search bar for something to look at with her sisters. While typing, she was sweating, like if she was running a marathon. As soon as she was typing, her sisters were waiting to see what was going to appear on the desktop screen. As soon as Lenny was finished typing on the search bar, she clicked on the enter key, and the search screen soon loaded to reveal a bunch of NSFW videos and images to the girls, who they ended up drooling like crazy. However, they hadn't noticed that Rita Loud had came into the house from doing her errands. When she walked into the living room, curious as to what her four older adult daughters were doing. What are you girls doing? Rita paused when she saw what Lori, Lenny, Luna, and Luan were all looking at. And as soon as she saw what the girls were looking at, she was shocked beyond belief. Oh my God, Rita said, as she fainted and collapsed onto the floor, alerting Lori and Luna, Lenny, and Luan. I think our mom literally fainted, Lori said, realizing that the four of them were busted. It wasn't long after until Rita told Lynn Sr. about what their four older daughters were looking at, porn on the desktop computer. That was when Lynn Sr. had told Lori, Lenny, Luna, and Luan to come into a dining room for a serious talk. Now, girls, I was told by your mother that you were looking at some internet porn on the desktop computer. You know better than to search stuff up like that. Now, before I say who is getting whatever punishment I have, I want to know who did it, Lynn Sr. said sternly. It wasn't me, dude, Luna said, as Lori and Luan even say they didn't do it. I did it, Dad. I was the one who did it, Lenny stated. Well, Lenny, you know better than to go on to X-rated sites like that. You're all lucky that none of the younger siblings weren't around and saw what they were looking at, or they would have not only been traumatized, you would not only have traumatized them, but you would scar them for life, Lynn Sr. replied. Are we in trouble? Lori asked. For you, Lori, Luna, and Luan, you girls are off with a warning. But as for you, Lenny, you will not only be grounded from using the desktop computer for a week, that includes your laptop as well, but not only that, you will also be cleaning our bathroom toilet for the whole week as your punishment, Lynn Sr. said sternly. The rest of the day went well for Lori, Luna, and Luan, who were let off with the warning. But Lenny, on the other hand, she was told that she would be cleaning the bathroom toilet for a whole week as her punishment. But not only that, she also had her laptop taken away for the week, as well as her desktop computer privileges in the living room. Luan, along with Lori, Luna, and Lenny, have learned their lesson that day, and it was the fact that looking up X-rated images was never a good idea. And for Luan after that, she, along with the other siblings, have learned their lesson after that day.